I'm so happy to invite to you Sandipan or Sandi Tewary. Welcome to the stage.
Hello, and welcome everyone. Thanks, Jenny, for the nice introduction. And since the last talk, I think I can take forever. But don't worry, I will try to finish in 8 minutes. So, what's this story about? I'm going to tell you tonight a story about fruit flies. And I'm going to convince you that this is the best model organism ever. Let this begin. Now, we are the product of our genes. And if you were paying attention, Michael touched a bit on that. And as Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics, suggested more than 200 years back, that we are the product of our genes, and this formed the basics of modern genetics. An Indian movie fans in the house, give me a cheer. Hey, that's what I like to hear. So, of course, apart from his excellent physical attributes, he's handsome, and he has a great dancing skills. What many of us might not know, he was born with a condition called as polydactyly, which leads to an extra thumb or an extra finger. And why does this happen? Patterning genes. These are your genes that determine when and where an organ is formed when you were in your mother's womb. Mutations in these genes, for example, BMP in this cause birth defects, as you can see on this panel right here. Now, how do we solve human diseases? We need to take a step back in our evolution and see what we can do. Of course, we cannot study Mr. Roshan or any of the person suffering from any human diseases because that's unethical. So we look at model organisms. How many of you are paying tax? Raise hands. Quite a few. So I thank all of you for all your tax because this is what we scientists depend on to understand diseases in model organisms. Model organisms share genetic similarity with humans, and we in our lab study fruit flies. But why fruit flies, right? It's the best model organism ever. But why am I saying that? Apart from repeating this already 5 times. Now this number is very interesting. 75% of genes that cause human diseases share their counterparts in fruit flies. And this is used by scientists to understand human diseases and even cure them. But let's look at some more information on why fruit flies. 60% genetic similarity, decades of knowledge, and there are 10 Nobel laureates awarded for fruit fly research. So if you work with fruit flies, you might win the next Nobel Prize. And no ethical regulations. So mouse researchers, how many of you are here? Raise hands. Mouse researchers, we feel your pain. So what is my research about? I want to understand patterning genes and development in fruit flies. Now, take a step back again. BMP mutations causes birth defects, and the similar counterpart that is found in flies is DPP. Now let's look at what happens in DPP. Now, more than 20 years back, our lab found that when you have very low DPP in fruit flies, the fly develops without a wing, or a very small wing. But when you have too much DPP, the fly develops an extra wing. Now both of these situations, my cute little flies don't like that. So how do we solve that? And how do I make my boss proud? Because what is still not known is how DPP levels are regulated. That is still not clear. And I'm hoping to make that clear in the next, hopefully 1 year, because in 2-3 years my boss is retired. So I hope I make him proud. And this is what I found. DPP regulates itself, right? What I found is that when you have normal DPP, the gene stays on. But when you have genetically modified the flies to mimic a very high DPP-like situation, the DPP gene is turned off by a complex action of 3 different proteins. Now guess what? These proteins also share similarity with you. What we are trying to understand now is the finer details of this mechanism and maybe make my boss proud. Now, to conclude, life is all about finding the right balance. And as Emma was also saying, it is also about emotional balance. And to celebrate the Mental Health Awareness Week, I want to quote something from Warren Buffett. The key to success is emotional stability. And this stability is what we pursue. This stability is what our genes pursue, our cells pursue, and also the fruit flies. With that, I thank you because this has been a wonderful experience. I was not expecting such a big crowd, so thank all of you. Give this a big cheer.